the signal in singular form was like this. So this was from, this value is 1 and this value was -1. This is from 0 to 2 and it's from 2 to 4. I guess everyone remember, those who came on offline, that we were discussing about this question and we couldn't do it properly. That is, it was not coming in a proper way. Okay? So we have to just express this signal in singular form. Okay? So we have to express the signal in singular form, and we already know what is a singular form is. Singular form is a kind of signal actually which are the either ramp function or a unit step function or del t, that is impulse function. So these are all singular functions and we need to express this signal in singular form. Correct? So we have written, we started with this signal and we know that the first half of the signal, that is this part where it is starting from 0 and at 2, the signal value is 1. So this is nothing but 1 by 2 of RT. We have already discussed this thing that this will be 1 by 2 of RT has the value 2 at 2. That is, अगर हम 2 में देखेंगे, the RT will have the value 2. But since at 2 the value is 1, it will be 1 by 2 of RT. Now we need a drop from here to here. Clear? Now the drop is from 1 to -1. So hence we have taken another signal which is a drop, that is from 2, and that signal is the value -2 u of t minus 2. This is -2 u of t minus 2. Now this was needed because we wanted this drop. Clear? So now if we have to see at this point, this is 2, at 2 it is -2 है, इसीलिए ये नेगेटिव साइड में प्लॉट हो रहा है. It is plotted in negative side and since it is u of t minus 2, it will start from 2, correct? So it will start from 2. So it is starting from 2 and since it is -2, so it is in the negative side of amplitude. The amplitude is a negative, -2. Clear? Now if we just check into 3 at point 3, that is at t equals to 3, what would be the value here of 1 by 2 RT? At 3, 1 by 2 RT की क्या value होगी? Yes, at 3, what would be the value at 1 by 2 of RT की value क्या होगी? At 3, it will be 1.5. होगी? It will be 1.5. Correct. It will be 1.5, not 2. 2 कहाँ पर होगा? यहाँ पर 4 पे 2 होगा. Clear? It will not be 2. It will be 1.5. Correct. So at 3, this value is 1.5, and at the same point 3, this value will still be -2. Now if we add these two, that is 1.5 minus 2. What it will be? It will be 3.5. So if we add these two, this value is 1.5 and this value is -2. Now if we are adding these two, we are getting 0.5. What actually we want? We want same. So here we could see that it's actually -0.5. यहाँ पर अगर हम देखेंगे ये सिग्नल को, it is actually -0.5, right? यहाँ पर क्या आ रहा है? 3 पे this value is -0.5 because at this point the value is -1. At this point it is 0. So at this point it will be -0.5. So let it be till 4. मतलब हम 1/2 RT लेते हैं और ये आपका -2u t minus 2. It will continue till 4. Now if we just check at 4, if we are adding these two, this signal will have value 2. Correct? signal will have value 2 and this signal will have value -2. Correct? So that is the value, that is 2 minus 2. This is 0 and that is what we are getting here. So actually this is the addition of these two signals till here. Abhi tak. Now it will proceed further also. Now if you just check for 5. If you check for 5, इसका क्या value होगा? 1/2 RT will have the value at 5.
2.5.
It will be, yes, it's 2.5, right? It will be 2.5. This will have value 2.5 because it is increasing this way. यहाँ पर increase हो रहा है. So at 5, this will have the value 2.5, and this will have the same value -2. Correct? This will have the same value -2. It will go on increasing this way, and if we are adding these two, 2.5 minus 2 will be 0.5. That is, if we are adding these two signals, it should increase this way. Correct? In the next point, that is, if we go for the further points of t, it should increase in this way. So, just to balance well, we need to have a signal like this. Correct? So, this is the signal. ये जो आपका ऐसा बढ़ रहा है by adding these two signals. That is just by adding 1/2 RT minus 2U T minus 2. हमने अभी सिर्फ इन दोनों को ऐड किया है. Clear? So we have added only these two signals till 4 it is coming proper. जो हमें चाहिए. Correct? But after 4 it is increasing in this direction. That we don't want. We want to have all the values 0. So to just counter this one, we need to have a signal like this. So ये signal क्या होगा? What will be this signal? Can anyone tell कि ये signal क्या होगा? अगर हमें ऐसा कुछ signal मिल रहा है, that is at 5, at 0.5, at 0.6, it will increase in this way. So just to countermeasure it, we need to have a signal which is just opposite of it. मतलब that is at minus side, that is the amplitude should be negative, so that this becomes 0. So what should be this signal? ये signal क्या होना चाहिए? जल्दी बताओ. It should be minus 1/2 R T minus 4. That is minus 1/2 R T minus 4. RT minus 4 will start from 4. Correct? RT minus 4 will start from 4, but the amplitude should be minus 1/2. That is half, and that too in negative direction. Is this one clear? ये clear है कि नहीं सबको? Just tell me everyone if this part is clear or not. If you are clear with this, we'll proceed further. Because this was not clear in the previous class, previous offline class, we were discussing it. Minus 1/2 RT minus 4, that is correct. Okay? So that was clear, right? So we'll proceed further with the next topic. Next topic is classification of signals. Now we'll see how the signals are classified. I gave you one question on discrete also that I'm not going to discuss. If anybody has any problem in that question, you can ask me. I'll show you. I'll send you the complete solution of it. Clear? So, classification of signals. Now, in the classification of signals, we have already studied the signals are classified as the continuous time and the discrete time. This is the basic classification of any signal. Either the signal could be a continuous time signal or it could be a discrete time signal. Now, further, these two signals, remember, if the signal could be a continuous time or a discrete time, it can be further divided into, classified as The first write down deterministic and random signal. Second is periodic and non-periodic. Non-periodic is also called as aperiodic. Aperiodic or a non-periodic. And third one is even or odd signal. Fourth is power or energy signal. Then the last one is causal or non-causal. Okay, so these are the classification of the signal where we need to understand what are deterministic and random signals, periodic, non-periodic signal, even, odd signal, power, energy signal, then causal and non-causal signal. So we'll just go one by one. What are the signals all about? Okay, so we'll see ये signals क्या-क्या होते हैं. First, we'll start with the deterministic signal. Now, when we talk about a deterministic signal, we need to just remember 2-3 points. When we are talking about a deterministic signal, we need to remember just 2-3 points. That deterministic signals are very common signals that they can be easily represented by any mathematical expression, or not easily also, but still we can represent the signals in any mathematical form. That is, कोई भी mathematical expression से हम उसको represent कर सकते हैं, like sine wave, triangular wave, or square wave, or all these signals are deterministic signals that can be represented by mathematical expression. Yeah. Now it has regular pattern. It has regular pattern. It has regular pattern. That is the important point about deterministic signal, that the pattern is a regular pattern. It can be expressed by mathematical expression. Yeah, so that is all about the deterministic signal. Examples are sine wave, triangular wave. These are the examples of the deterministic signals. Now talking about the random signal. Random signal has very irregular pattern. It is very difficult or almost impossible to represent by mathematical expression. Right here, not possible. Mathematical expression. The examples are noise in any signal. Yeah, so these are all about the deterministic and the random signal. It is very simple to differentiate them. Deterministic signal, example, as we all know, it could be either any of the curve like this, which has a regular pattern, which can be easily represented by any of the mathematical expression. And one more point that we can add, that we can find the angle, frequency, amplitude at any point of time of these signals. It is easy to calculate these values, these parameters at any point of time for these signals, for deterministic signals. But if we talk about the random signal, it is basically having an irregular pattern. इसका जो पैटर्न रहता है वो बिल्कुल रेगुलर नहीं रहता है. It is a kind of a noise signal. any noise signal that is getting generated by any electrical circuit or any kind of circuit, that is nothing but a noise signal. It could be anything like this, where we don't have any proper pattern, and we are not able to just express those signals in any of the mathematical expression. Okay, so this is the kind of noise signal which is generated, and that comes under our random signal. I guess deterministic and random signal is clear to everyone. ये clear है? Yes. डिटरमिनिस्टिक एंड रैंडम इसलिए ये आता है एग्जाम में हमेशा कि डिफरेंशिएट डिटरमिनिस्टिक एंड रैंडम सिग्नल, एक्सप्लेन इट विद एग्जांपल. सो विल यू बी एबल टू राइट दिस? हो जाएगा ये डिटरमिनिस्टिक और रैंडम सिग्नल?
यस मैम.
ओके, नाउ द नेक्स्ट इज periodic or non-periodic. As we all know, periodic signal. What is the basic definition of a periodic signal that we have studied? Periodic signal repeats after a certain interval of time. That is what we know. And that interval of time is t. That is the time period. ठीक है? तो उसके बाद repeat होता है. So what is the condition of a periodic signal? That is x of t plus t should be equals to x of t. ठीक है? x of t plus t should be equals to x of t. That is the condition of a periodic signal, whether it is a continuous time or a discrete time. In any of the classified signal, that is whether it's a discrete or a continuous, this is the only condition that should satisfy for the signal to be a periodic signal. Correct? Now if we are saying in terms of discrete, this is for continuous. In terms of discrete also, it should be x of n plus, if let us say capital N, it should be x of n. ठीक है? So in this one, if we talk about discrete also, the same condition should satisfy for periodic, for all values of, here for all values of t, and here for all values of n. ठीक है? Now in this one, and if you talk about non-periodic, non-periodic मतलब क्या होगा? If it is not satisfying this condition, definitely it's a non-periodic. Periodic and non-periodic, that we have to just differentiate, right? If it is satisfying this condition, it is periodic. If it is not satisfying this condition, it is non-periodic. That's it. और कोई difference नहीं है. Non-periodic की और कोई special अलग से कोई definition नहीं है. Here we just need to understand if it is not a periodic signal, it will be a non-periodic signal. Here, now in this one, when we define the fundamental frequency, f, which is given by 1 by t. T is nothing but our time period. ठीक है? Fundamental period. Even we call it as fundamental period. ठीक है? So this one is fundamental period, and this f is a fundamental frequency. Now in this one, we have one more term which is known as angular frequency. Angular frequency is given by omega, which is equals to 2 pi f, or else we can even write it as 2 pi by t, because f is 1 by t, so we write it in this way. And or else if we have to write the fundamental period in terms of angular frequency, it is 2 pi by omega. Okay? So it is 2 pi by omega. If we have to write the fundamental period in terms of angular frequency. Similarly, if we have to write this n, that is the fundamental fundamental period in terms of discrete, it will be 2 pi by omega, and there should be a small m. This we have already discussed in previous class. ठीक है? So this is periodic in nature with this period with this period of time with this small m. This has to be an integer value, and along with that the omega has to be the multiple of 2 pi. Omega has to be multiple of 2 pi, then only it is possible that this is periodic in nature. Clear? So this is the condition in terms of discrete. Now we have 3-4 points to remember about the periodicity. Now the first point, if let us say x1t has the fundamental period t1. Okay? If x1t has fundamental period t1 and x2t has fundamental period t2. If x1t is a signal which has the fundamental period t1 and x2t is another signal which is having the fundamental period t2. Now in this case, in case of continuous time, since we are talking about a continuous time signal, the sum of two, and because the fundamental period is given t1, that means it is periodic in nature. Clear? The fundamental period is t1, fundamental period is t2. That means both the signals are periodic. Then the sum of two periodic signals. Periodic signals may or may not be periodic. Sum of two periodic signals, x1t is periodic with fundamental period t1, x2t is also periodic with fundamental period t2. Then the sum of two periodic signals may or may not be periodic. जरूरी नहीं है कि अगर दोनों periodic है, then the sum will also be periodic. Clear? In continuous time, we are talking about continuous time signal. If we have x1t periodic with fundamental period t1, if we have x2t periodic with fundamental period t2, then in that case it is not compulsory that x1t plus x2t will also be periodic in nature. Now for that there is a condition. Let us see what is the condition. For periodicity, that is, write down periodic depending on relation between T1 and T2. Depending on the relation between T1 and T2. Now for periodic, for the signal to be periodic, the ratio of the periods, that is T1 by T2. Ratio of the periods T1 by T2, this has to be a rational number. Or ratio of two integers. Ratio of two integers. मतलब T1 by T2 has to be a particular value. That is, it has to be a rational number or ratio of two integers. That is, it could be a rational number or ratio of two integers. That is 4 by 3, 5 by 6. These values. अगर ये value आपका आ रहा है, then in that case it will be a periodic. Clear? So that is the condition for the sum of the two periodic signal to be periodic in nature. That is, if the ratio of T1 and T2, that is T1 by T2, it is the ratio of an integer numbers. That is, T1 by T2 has to be the ratio of integer numbers or rational. Then it can be a periodic. Okay. Now the next condition. This is our condition for the sum of two periodic signals to be periodic in nature. Now the third point, how we can find out the periodic of the sum of two signals, two periodic signals. मतलब x2t है plus x1t plus x2t है. तो यहाँ तक तो we have declared कि ठीक है ये आपका periodic आ रहा है. But what is the time period, the fundamental period of this signal? That is the next point. Let this be third point. ठीक है, ये आपका second point है. And the third point, the fundamental period is the LCM of T1 and T2. What is LCM? What is LCM? LCM of T1 and T2. What is LCM? Tell me first. Yes, students, what is LCM?
Least common multiple.
Correct. It's least common multiple of T1 and T2. मतलब अगर 3/4 हुआ, then what is the, if it is 3/4, then what is the fundamental period of x1t plus x2t? Yes, if it is 3/4, then it will be the least common multiple of 3/4 क्या? It will be 12. Correct. So we have to take the LCM of T1 and T2. That will be the fundamental period of x1t and x2t. Clear? The concept is clear, right? So if we have x1t which is periodic in nature with the fundamental period t1, if we have x2t which is also periodic in nature with fundamental period t2, and if we are taking the sum of these two signals x1t and x2t, then in that case we have to find out the ratio of t1 and t2. Now we have to check whether it is the ratio of two integers or the rational numbers or not. If this is there, if it is the ratio of two integers, then we can declare that this particular signal, which is x1t plus x2t, is also periodic. Correct? Now after that, we can even find out the fundamental period of x1t plus x2t by taking out the LCM of t1 and t2. Now this is all about the sum of the periodic signals. ठीक है, अगर ये t1 by t2 irrational होता है, then the signals x1t plus x2t do not have a common period and the resultant signal will be non-periodic. ठीक है, cannot be periodic. Clear? If this is an irrational number, in that case definitely this has no common period and this is non-periodic. अगर ये irrational होता है तो. Clear? Now coming to the fourth point. That is an important point. The sum of two discrete. Now till here we were talking about continuous. The sum of two discrete time periodic sequences. Periodic sequences is always periodic. Okay, so what it is saying in terms of discrete, if we are having x1n and if we are having x2n, both are periodic. This is my first sequence x1n, this is my second sequence x2n, and I am saying that this is also periodic and this is also periodic. Both are periodic. Then in that case, if I add these two, that is the sum of two discrete time periodic sequences is always periodic. That we don't have to check into any of the conditions. कोई conditions को check करने की जरूरत नहीं है. We can directly declare by taking the condition that this has to be periodic and this has to be periodic. ठीक है, तो periodic sequences है already, और अगर उनका summation ले रहे हैं हम तो वो आपका पीरियोडिक ही होगा. ठीक है, now let us do one question based on this. Write down. Just always be ready with a copy and pen, right? so that if you have to solve any question, we can do it directly. Obtain the fundamental period of the signal xt equals to e to the power j omega naught t. Obtain the fundamental period of this sequence. Sorry, of the signal. Signal is given by e to the power j omega naught t. So this is my signal. Xt is equals to e to the power j omega naught t. For this, I have to check whether this particular signal is periodic in nature. अगर periodic है तो fundamental period निकालना है. Now, what is the condition to check the periodicity? Yes, what is the condition to check the periodicity, students? क्या condition है? Yes. फटाफट just reply फटाफट. What is the condition to check the periodicity of a continuous time signal? That is x of t plus t should be equals to xt, right? This is the condition. Don't forget this condition. Because of this only we can check whether the signal is periodic or not. Correct. So x of t plus t should be equals to x of t. Okay? So we have to apply this here. E to the power j omega naught t plus t should be equals to e to the power j omega naught t. Okay? So it is e to the power j omega naught t plus t should be equals to e to the power j omega naught t. Now further, we can even write it as e to the power j omega naught t into e to the power j omega naught capital T is equals to e to the power j omega naught t. ठीक है? So we can just bifurcate this one. E to the power j omega naught t plus t है. So we have taken this as a different term and this one the capital T as a different term because this adds up. जो आपका पावर में रहता है that get add up. ठीक है? So e to the power j omega naught t dot e to the power j omega naught t equals to e to the power j omega naught t. Further, we can write to the power j omega naught capital T should be equals to 1 because this value gets cancelled out. ठीक है? ये आपका cancel हो जाएगा दोनों value and this finally we get the result as this should be equal to 1. Now for the signal to be periodic, इसमें क्या condition होनी चाहिए? What can we write for this? E to the power j omega naught t can be written as cos, क्या होगा ये? Cos omega naught t plus j sin omega naught t. Can we write it in this form? Yes, students. Do you know about this? That we can write e to the power j omega naught t in terms of cos and omega, that it can be written as cos omega naught t plus j sin omega naught t. Is this thing आपको पता है कि नहीं ये चीज? You know, right? Yes. Reply fast. If you know, I will proceed further. You know, right? ठीक है. So in this one we can write this cos omega naught t plus j sin omega naught t. This is how we can write our exponential function. Now this is given as 1. Now for this to be 1, क्या condition होनी चाहिए? What should be the condition for this to be 1? Tell me fast. What should be the condition?
Omega naught t 0
Should be equals to omega naught t should be equals to 2 pi n. Correct? It should be equals to 2 pi n. Omega naught t should be equals to 2 pi n. Now if we keep 2 pi n in these values, just check it. Let us take n as 1. n 1 से start करते हैं. ठीक है? So cos of 2 pi is what? Yes, cos of 2 pi and sin of 2 pi. It's 1, right? And this value is 0. Right? Similarly, if I keep the value 2, again I will be getting 1. So all the values of 2 and pi, this value will be 1. Correct? So is this condition clear? So what is my fundamental period? it is 2 pi by omega naught into n. Clear? It's 2 pi by omega naught into n, and if I take the least value of n as 1, finally the omega naught is 2 pi by t. Sorry, we are finding out the fundamental period, right? It will be t is equals to 2 pi by omega naught. So this is the fundamental period of the signal given to us. So this is how we'll find the fundamental period of any particular signal given to us. Now let me give you another question. Find the periodicity of the signal. Xt equals to, xt is given by cos t for t less than 0, ठीक है, and sin t for t greater than 0. Determine its periodicity. If it is periodic, then what is its fundamental period? जल्दी से इसका आंसर दो मुझे. Do it fast. Cos t for t less than 0 it is cos t, and for t greater than 0 it is sin t. Anyone has any idea how to solve this question? Yes, try out. Yes, students, any idea how to solve this question? Is it periodic or not? Sin है तो periodic होगा कि नहीं? Sin is periodic in nature or not? Sin is periodic always, right? Yes? For t greater than 0, it is sin. For t less than 0, it is cos. Cos t is periodic. Cos t is periodic always. Yes. Sin t is periodic always. Sin t periodic है कि नहीं? Yes, reply fast.
Yes, ma'am.
Cos t and sin t. Cos t is also periodic individually, and sin t is also periodic individually. But we have to take the signal in whole. That is for t less than 0 also and for t greater than 0 also. If we plot it, how the plot would be? Cos 0 पे क्या रहता है वैल्यू? Cos 0 is it's 1. It's 1 or not? For t, for negative t side, this will be cos. ये होगा कि नहीं? This
Yes,
will be
ma'am.
cos, right? For t less than 0. And what about sin? It will start from here. ये होगा for t greater than 0. Are you clear with this? ये signal clear है कि नहीं? This is how it has been defined. For t less than 0, it is cos t. For t greater than 0, it is sin t. Is it looking periodic? कहीं से periodic लग रहा है आपको?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
It cannot be periodic in nature because we have a drop here and it is not repeating. ये repeat नहीं हो रहा. If we cannot just look into the one half of a signal, that is for just for positive t side and only for negative t side. We have to look in whole. ठीक है, पूरा complete signal को देखना है. And at t equals to 0, there is a discontinuity. That is, there is a drop from 1 to 0, and hence the signal is non-periodic in nature. Is this thing clear now? ये clear है? There is no confusion. There should not be confusion or doubt in this because these are the basic concepts. आपको कोई question आता भी है इसके based में, तो just don't directly go into solving. Just think over it first. पहले सोचो कि ये क्या बोल रहा है. Try to just recall the things. आप उसको plot करने की कोशिश करो because plotting makes the things very clear. अगर आप plot कर पा रहे हो कोई signal को, then just go for it. Just plot it. That will be very easy for us to understand the question. ठीक है? Now one question, write down. E to the power 4 pi t. If xt is e to the power j 4 pi t। इसका फंडामेंटल पीरियड निकालो। पीरियोडिक है कि नहीं बताओ, और फंडामेंटल पीरियड निकालो। अभी कराया है इसका क्वेश्चन, जल्दी से बताओ फंडामेंटल पीरियड। यस, टेल मी फर्स्ट। यस स्टूडेंट्स, e to the power j omega naught t कराया था अभी। So what is its fundamental period? It will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is the fundamental period. We have already done t 2 pi by omega naught that we have already calculated. ठीक है, अगर e to the power j omega naught t होता है तो, and we have calculated that it is 2 pi by omega naught. Once we have calculated this, ये हमारा derive हो चुका है already. Now according to this, it is 2 pi by omega naught is what? 4 pi. Directly we can keep the value, it is 1 by 2. That's it. Another question, find out whether sine pi t dot ut is periodic or non-periodic. Sine pi t dot ut. Yes, is it periodic or non-periodic? It's non-periodic. Sin pi t dot ut, it's non-periodic because we have a function which is ut. This is making it non-periodic. आपका sin pi t है, ut है, ठीक है? Because ut is present only for positive values of t. It is not existing for any of the negative values of t. यहाँ तक for negative t it will be a common sine wave, ठीक है? यहाँ तक क्या हो जाएगा, ये ऐसा कुछ आएगा साइन, clear? But after this it will get multiplied by ut, 1 से multiply हो जाएगा, तो 1 से multiply होगा, so here at this point of time will be getting a discontinuity. ut is completely discontinuous. यहाँ पर ये 0 है, ut is 0 है, तो we won't be getting any signal for negative side. This side में we won't be getting any signal. We'll be getting signal only for this side. So and because of this, this is non-periodic. ये आपका non-periodic है. Hence, this complete signal becomes non-periodic. Clear now? Because ut is not periodic in nature, it is a non-periodic signal. Hence, sin pi t into ut is also non-periodic. Is this concept clear now, students?